Hello everybody and welcome to Philly Phinds here on LaSalle TV. I'm your host Alexandria Sabo and besides me is Dom Gully.
Everybody knows what makes Philadelphia great. From the cheesesteaks to the art museum, Philadelphia has a tradition of excellence in everything that we do. Though the tourist attractions are great, this show will highlight some of the features that are a little bit lesser known.
That's right, we have all the go-to activities for your young people in the city of brotherly love. We know the same routine can drive anyone crazy, so we're here to point out what you're missing out on.
There are a ton of different universities in the Philadelphia area which flood the city with young people. Many of those kids want to stay healthy, but the university gym is packed and intimidating. Luckily, the city of Philadelphia has an environment unique for people to stay fit and healthy. Just in the shadows of the art museum along the Schuylkill River, many local citizens can exercise their minds and bodies. This place is the Schuylkill River Running Trail.
We completed the Center City portion between 2002 and about 2009 was when we kind of landscaped everything. So we worked with the city to bulkhead and pave and complete the trail.
The path for users has been very successful for the trail, and on some days it gets too crowded. This has led to the trail being extended.
So right now the trail dead ends at Locust Street, but the Squiggle Banks Boardwalk is under construction, so that'll extend the trail out over the water from Locust Street down to South Street.
The extension of the trail to South Street will make it more accessible to residents living in South Philadelphia. This will ultimately attract more runners from all over the urban area.
I love running on the river trail. I live down in South Philadelphia, and as you can probably see from this, I row on one of the boathouses, so I run between the two. But it's always a great workout, and also I run up to the art museum steps.
Robert, the South Philadelphia resident, finds that the trail provides more benefits than running on busy streets and is far safer and simpler, and the atmosphere is more enjoyable.
That you're not stopping for traffic, that you can really get into your pace. You don't have to worry about getting hit by a car, and also it's just relaxing you by the river. You feel like you're in nature right away once you're out of the city in minutes.
Not only is there a running trail, but a skate park too, Phinds Park.
Well, the skate park is a project of the Franklin's Payne Skate Park Fund, who we're partners with. That was completed last year, was when it opened, but that's really their project, and that's been a huge success.
The trail is one of the gems of the city.
It's kind of one of the few places people can really disconnect from the hustle and bustle of the city and connect with the river.
From the Schuylkill Running Trail, back to you guys at the desk.
That sure seems like a great and exciting way to stay in shape right downtown. I know all the action from the humming of Interstate 76 to the people around will motivate me to run a little bit faster. Yet, not everybody likes to be in an urban environment when they are trying to get in shape. Philadelphia is very diverse in all of its settings and can change in an instant. If you head just a few miles north of the Schuylkill Running Trail, you will encounter Kelly Drive and the many different fitness activities that go on there daily. You might be surprised just how much change in a few thousand feet.
If you want to enjoy a scenic route, Kelly Drive is the spot to go. The loop is 8.45 miles long and runs alongside the Squiggle River. It is a nice location to come out and enjoy the fresh air. The trail provides a place for people to come to stay fit and active. Let's take a closer look to see what Kelly Drive has to offer.
I like it better than the gym just to be outside, a little bit of a better environment, some nice fresh air and some sun when it's warm enough.
The Broad Street run, and we've been in the gym, and actually the whole time we were running we were talking about how much better it is, how much farther we can go, how much nicer it is out, and I guess just looking forward to all the times now that it's getting warmer that we can be outside. It's just so much nicer running outside and being able to see like an end in sight kind of thing. So yeah, definitely prefer running outside on Kelly Drive.
If the gym is not your forte, Kelly Drive is a nice place for people to come instead of being stuck in a hot environment with a lot of people crowding up the place.
I actually go out running every day. I hate the gym and I hate running inside. So even if it's snowing or raining or really icy, I always go outside. So today it's obviously beautiful, so here I am.
The picturesque route and feedback from everyone out here are a good reason for you to come out and get active here at Kelly Drive.
Wow, I didn't realize just how much the scenery can change in just a few miles. Running is a big part of staying in shape in Philadelphia, and there are certainly more than enough places to enjoy a nice jog.
But what about when you're done running? What else is there to do here? There are plenty of options to go out and be entertained after hours. While Old City and Manayunk are a few hotspots for young people to get in the nightlife scene, there are a few lesser known, but just as fun places to let loose a little.
Bowling is an activity that everyone can get into. It doesn't matter how good or bad you are because you can just ask for bumpers. It's a great family activity, but it can now be a great nightlife option. High-class bowling is just another option that Philadelphia offers its citizens, and there are more than enough places than you think.
Located here in Center City, Philadelphia, in the city of brotherly love, you can find Lucky Strike, food, bar, and bowl.
Located just around the corner from City Hall, not many would expect to find this combination of a bar and a bowling alley. But on the corner of both Broad and Chestnut, this is where you'll find all the action. On the surrounding streets of Lucky Strike, many shops, food options, and clothing stores can be found. And let's not forget about our groceries. Lucky Strikes has revolutionized bowling cuisine by providing classic American favorites with a twist. Lucky's menu caters to many, including those who are gluten-free and vegan options. Bowling can be purchased per game and or per hour depending on your needs, time of day, and location. Reservations are not required but recommended, especially on the weekends. We must note that parking may not be available. However, you have plenty of options. You can pay at a kiosk right here.
From Brian King, here at Lucky Strikes, back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, guys. That looks like a great place to meet up with friends and bowl a few rounds. I'll be sure to bring my bowling shoes.
You know, I bet I could beat you in a game on the lanes, Alex.
I'm not so sure about that, Dom. In any case, if you are not into bowling, don't worry. The proverbial new guy in town is Xfinity Live. Many people know about the bar side of Entertainment Center, but there is so much more than that. Food, games, and endless entertainment are all wrapped up into one building. Philly Phinds headed downtown to South Philadelphia to take a look at Xfinity Live.
Xfinity Live Philadelphia is a dining and entertainment district located in the Wells Fargo complex. Venues include the Philly Marketplace, Spectrum Grill, Broad Street Bullies Pub, PBR Bar and Grill, Victory Beer Hall, and the NBC Sports Arena. We were able to catch up with Alex Medagli, a student here at LaSalle University that actually works down at Xfinity Live Philadelphia.
So I'm a host at PBR. I usually work dinner hours around 4 to 8. Hosts also work late night sometimes. We do cover charges. Check-ins for VIP, that's late night, usually like 10 to 2, but I pretty much just see people, mostly during dinner hours for game days. I heard about Xfinity because my best friend's brother was the manager of PBR, so that's how I got the job. I wanted a job close to school. The experience of it is pretty awesome. There's 5 big restaurants inside. It's really awesome for game days. It's packed, you know, for all different sporting events. It's usually, a lot of people go for dinner, like families and stuff. Late night also gets really packed. It's not open for just game days. It's open every Friday, Saturday, late night. So it's really awesome. Game days are really fun. If you're in Philly, you should just go to a sporting event anyway. Eagles days are packed. You can't even like move inside Xfinity, but it's a really awesome experience. Eagles fans are crazy. Really any sporting event is really fun to go. Sixers games, Flyers games. NBC has an enormous TV in the middle, so even if you don't go to the sporting event, you can watch it at Xfinity. It's awesome. I've never gone there like just to go, but a lot of my family comes in while I'm working, so like they always go to Flyers games, Eagles games and stuff, so I'm around people all the time, but I never go when I'm not working.
There you have it. Xfinity Live is a great place to bring your family and friends, and is also a great place to get some food.
I think we all knew how much fun Xfinity Live could be, but who knew it could be a family place as well? That looks like a fun place to spend a Saturday afternoon during a Phils, Eagles, Bullies, or Sixers game. The atmosphere would be electric.
I agree with you, Dom. It seems like the go-to place for fun near their sports complex.
But you know, maybe you're not a nightlife type of person. There's still plenty of other options to go out and have fun in the big city. Philly's known for their museums and exhibits that draw people from all over the country.
Well, everybody knows the Art Museum and the Ben Franklin Institute. There are tons of museums for young people in Philadelphia to go to. One of those places is called the Academy of Natural Science, and it rivals many museums out there. Take a look.
Dinosaurs still roam at the Natural Science Museum in Logan Square in Philly. Here we have an excavated mosasaur that is over 40 feet in length that hangs on display on the first floor of the Academy. You like fossils? You can dig this. Some of the other dinosaurs on display include the Brachiosaurus and the intimidating raptor. The museum offers a gaze into our past and a look at our present as well. One of the most popular exhibits here is the Butterfly Room, which offers an interactive experience that the whole family can enjoy. We enjoyed our experience in the museum, and other guests echoed our sentiments as well.
Enjoyable. A little confusing. It was a bit crowded in there. Yeah, for a Saturday. We're members. We're yearly members, so it's nicer to go in on an off day and take your time strolling around.
Good. What was your favorite part? Well, I don't have one, but it was all good. Seeing the dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs? Do you like dinosaurs?
Yes.
The dinosaur hall is a fossil primitive, so I wanted to be able to tell different things. That's why I like what's happening about the museum.
All in all, it was a great day here at the Natural Sciences Museum. There's a lot of great exhibits to be seen there. A lot on dinosaurs and the Butterfly Room as well. This is one of the hidden gems of Philadelphia in its famous museum district. For LaSalle TV, I'm Kevin Mayen. Thank you for watching.
That sure seems like a really good time, even for those who think museums are boring.
That does look like a lot of fun. Not your typical museum. On the same token, everybody knows the Philadelphia Art Museum brings in the high-profile exhibits. In fact, Philadelphia boasts the most impressionist paintings outside of Paris. But right in the shadow of the famous structure is the Barnes Museum, where some other quality exhibits of the art or shows in Philadelphia Phinds took to the Ben Franklin Parkway to find out about the Barnes Museum.
Hey Philadelphia, are you looking for something new to do? And are you tired of your regular, mundane, and run-of-the-mill museums? Well then, it's time for you to check out the Barnes Foundation, located here in the College Hill neighborhood of Center City. Here is your cultural destination. At the Barnes Foundation, you will find hundreds of paintings, sculpture, textiles, and even jewelry located from all around the world. Don't believe me? Check it out for yourselves. Come on as we explore the Barnes Foundation. Come check out all of the cultivating pieces that the Barnes Foundation has to offer. At the Barnes, you will find art from all over the world. You can become mesmerized by gorgeous paintings created by world-renowned artists such as Rousseau and Van Gogh. The Barns features multiple rooms that you can lose yourself in with the different aesthetics and personalities. At the Barns, there is always an opportunity to expand your horizons. The Barnes Foundation's purpose is to promote the advancement of education and the appreciation of the fine arts. They definitely exceeds Philadelphia's highest standards by hosting workshops, networking events, receptions, feature expositions, programs for the whole family, and a plethora of special events that give everyone the chance to connect with people from Philly and beyond. If you want to experience the best of Philly Phinds, then you need to experience the Barnes Foundation, located at 2025 Benjamin Franklin Parkway, or visit barnesfoundation.org. If you like what you've seen here today, schedule your visit soon. Thank you. Back to you guys in the studio.
As much as I'd like to go to Paris to see some great art, I think I'll stay here in Philly. It's just as good.
I would still love to go to Paris, but I will start with art on the Parkway.
You've seen some of the lesser known places to go to in the 215, but when we come back, we'll be sitting down with Albert Lee, who knows more about Philadelphia than perhaps anyone in the city.
He's the Community and Content Manager for the Independence Visitor Center, and he will be with us after the break. Stay tuned.
They are words no woman ever wants to hear.
He said, "I'm sorry to tell you, but you have breast cancer." I was speechless.
A diagnosis of breast cancer changes your life forever.
She told me I needed a mastectomy. I was going to lose my breast. I was scared. Absolutely in shock.
But you need to know that you're not alone. There are teams of medical professionals, support groups, and therapists who are all there to help you get through your treatment, and those who can help you plan for life after cancer.
Consult with a plastic surgeon to learn more about your breast reconstruction options.
Breast reconstruction made me feel like me again.
Cancer took my breasts, but my plastic surgeon gave them back.
Before you undergo surgery for breast cancer, get the facts. Make sure you know your breast reconstruction options. For more information, visit broaddayusa.org.
They said I would die.
My doctor told me I had ALS.
They said I wouldn't live to see my kids grow up.
But their doctors were wrong. Multifocal motor neuropathy, referred to as MMN, is a rare disorder that progressively weakens muscles in the extremities and is often mistaken for other serious neuropathies, as well as the ultimately fatal condition known as ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease. But unlike those disorders, MMN affects only lower motor nerves and has no sensory involvement. Symptoms tend to be asymmetric and characterized by weakness, cramping, twitching, or muscle atrophy, usually beginning in the hands. Disease progression depends on the length of time the patient remains without the correct MMN diagnosis. With early diagnosis and treatment, most MMN patients continue doing the things they enjoy.
Cooking.
Gardening.
Spending time with my family.
For more information, please visit these websites.
Welcome back to Philly Phinds. Today we have a very special guest with us here on the set. Albert Lee is the Community and Content Manager for the Independence Visitor Center. Basically, he knows everything about Philadelphia. Thanks for coming on today, Albert.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be back since I graduated from here.
Ah, what year did you graduate?
2001.
Oh, nice.
Back when the internet just started, quote unquote.
So tell me a little bit about your job.
So I work on Independence Mall, which is a block away, or rather, home in the Liberty Bell and Independence Hall. My job is, so the Independence Visitor Center is the official visitor center for the city of Philadelphia. So my job is to basically go out and find all the attractions that happen in Philly and all the happenings and tell the visitor staff, who then tells the people that come and visit, so they can find out all these amazing things to do in the city.
Oh, nice, very nice. So what's your history with the city of Philadelphia? Were you born here? Did you grow
I
up
was
here?
born and raised in Chinatown.
Okay.
In fact, my hospital, my grade school, my high school, and where I live was all 3 blocks away from each other. For 17 years of my life, I spent it in 3 blocks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I went to LaSalle, which was 5 miles away.
Okay, and what did you major in LaSalle?
Communications.
Communications?
Yeah.
And how did you come across this job that you have now?
So when I graduated LaSalle, the internship I had, which gotten in 2001, was at a nonprofit called the American Liver Foundation. And after working there, in a roundabout way, I wound up on Independence Mall, where I took a job with the Federal Reserve Bank handling community relations. And then I wind up from going there to working for different tour companies to ending up at the Visitor Center.
Okay.
So, and this actually, in March, I will have been there for 8 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So can you tell me some of the more recent events that you've handled?
So, I mean, what we're looking for, minus the snow, is, of course, welcoming all the visitors who are going to come into town this weekend for the Philadelphia Flower Show. It's actually the largest indoor flower show in the world. And, of course, spring always comes early in Philadelphia, so we're hoping to attract all the visitors that are being able to come in. We're really looking forward to it because we know that it brings in so many people, both local and across the world, who then come stay at our hotels, eat at our restaurants, see the attractions. So it's a really big money generator for the city.
Oh,
So we're really, really excited about that. And there's also this news that was just announced yesterday that on Independence Mall, hopefully this summer, they're going to open a beer garden on Independence Mall, literally right across the street from the Liberty Bell. So hopefully visitors will be able to come out, enjoy sightseeing through the mall, and then be able to enjoy a beer and a meal right on the square.
Oh, nice. Very nice. So can you, for the show, tell us maybe some of the more lesser-known things that go on in Philly?
Yeah, so I think that since this show is dedicated to, what young people can do, and, for cheap, or rather on a budget, every weekend, Yards Brewery and Philadelphia Brewing Company offers free brewery tours, which include free samples. Now, of course, when people think of Philadelphia, they think Yingling, which, of course, is the oldest brewery in the state. Actually, it's the oldest brewery in the country, but it's in the state. But for more local flavor, there's Yards, there's Philadelphia Brewing Company, and they both offer free tours on the weekends. So that's something great for people to be able to enjoy on a budget, because nothing beats free. And also, you visit cities, people are always like, oh, we want to be able to view the city from the skyline. So we have, of course, City Hall. And City Hall is that clock tower right in the middle of Center City. On weekdays, you can actually take an elevator to go all the way up top and view the entire city from his observation deck. So that's a really cool insider thing. I don't think most people know about, because they walk by and they're like, what's that building? And they, of course, they all think that's Ben Franklin up top, but it's William Penn.
So what would you say would be your favorite event that you've handled over the years?
Oh, I guess the favorite event that we've been able to promote every year is our July 4th, because after all, everyone wants to come to Philadelphia during July 4th. We've had from parades going right past Independence Mall to giving out tasty cakes, in which they just celebrated 100th birthday yesterday, to giving out just free cake. I think that people really get excited about America's history, and they come and they think about Philadelphia when they think about it, of course, July 4th, 1776. So really being able to welcome America to Philadelphia has been such a wonderful treat, and being born and raised here gives you a lot of hometown pride to be able to show off the city to the world.
Oh, yeah. Anything else that you'd like to add about your company?
Well, that's that when visitors or locals want to come see and learn more about what is there to do in Philadelphia, they should stop at 6th and Market at the Independence Visitor Center, and our staff will be able to provide them with everything they need to know.
Okay, great. Okay, well, that'll. Can you tell me what about with the Super Bowl? Did you guys cover anything on that?
Well, we were hoping that, as far as the Super Bowl is concerned, we were hoping that we had the influx of visitors that were making their way to New York that they possibly stop and like maybe stay in a hotel nearby. But we can tell you that during Super Bowl weekend, we had a lot of visitors from Seattle and Denver actually making pit stops to Philadelphia. So you'd walk by and you'll see a sea of Seahawk fans waiting to see the Liberty Bell. And you're like, oh, and they're like, yeah, we're on our way to New York. So we've actually got quite an influx of people that Friday and Saturday wanting to tour Philadelphia before they went to the big game in New York.
Okay. And just as a wrap-up question, can you just tell me a little bit why you love Philly?
I think Philadelphia, you know, in a nutshell, is that, you know, when you think about the city, people are always like compare us to New York and DC, but we truly, from a smaller scale, have the culture that New York has and the history of DC, but just in a more compact, more affordable city. And having been born and raised there, I think it's a true testament that Philadelphia has come a long way from the time that, quote unquote, we threw snowballs at Santa Claus to being a world-class city.
World-class indeed. Well, that'll just about do it for our first episode of Philly Finds. We hope you enjoyed everything from the Barnes Museum to the running trails. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to email us at lasalletv@lasalle.edu. You can also find us on social media. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Be sure to check out all our exclusive content online. For Alex Sabo and Albert Lee, I'm Dom, and we'll see you next week.